Good morning. I mean, the good news is we'll be able to see the sunrise while I'm out walking Penelope. The bad news is it's still kind of dusk-ish out here because of the time change. But I have no other choice, you know? Gotta walk your dog. I mean, I have to walk my dog because she's too good to go in the backyard. How long have I been awake? Do you ask? Were you asking? No? 3:30. Yeah. I woke up on my own at 3:30. Apparently, I don't know if the cat could just tell I was awake. But then she started hollering. And then when she started hollering, Penny woke up. And then Penny wanted out. Why am I getting a phone call? I'll be back. That was Jen. She said, I looked at the calendar. So, Penny's on the hunt for Red October, I think. What are you looking for? Hey. Is it the cat? Oh, she's on the hunt for something. Anyway, Jen said, I looked at the calendar and it's not your off day. So I knew it was safe to call you. I said, well, it is a work day. However, it's 7:30 and I don't start till 8 o'clock and I'm out walking my dog. And she was like, dang it, I didn't pay attention to the time. Because she starts work early. I think it's 7. And I at 8. So, anyway. I said I'd be happy to help you with whatever it is. But I don't have a computer on me. So, I don't know how helpful I will be. But, anyway, yes. So, Penny wanted out. And she stood in the yard staring. And wouldn't come back in. And finally she came back in, but then she wouldn't come back to bed. And every time I would get almost asleep, she would come walking in the bedroom. And I would say, come on, to get her back on the bed. And she wouldn't come over there. And finally, the last time she did, at about the time I went to sleep, it feels like, the clock went off. And it was time to get up. So, hello, Tuesday. Tuesday's gone. No, Tuesday's gone with the wind. Yeah, I gotta keep my eye out because those who've been with me a while know that the white dog on the corner scares me to death because it can jump the fence. It jumped the fence yesterday while Tommy was out. And she went and told the owner. And the owner said, he'll come back. Not the problem, okay? That's not the problem. The problem is your dog acts like it wants to kill other dogs when they walk by the fence. And it's a very large dog, so, you know, that would be the problem. But I guess it went back. I don't know. But Penny is on the hunt for something out here, but it's probably a cat. I hope. Anyway, I'll be back, okay? Okay. Hello. Sorry, I got the defroster on high and I had the radio going. And Pink Floyd, Another Brick in the Wall, was playing when I turned on the radio. You can't have any meat if you don't eat your pudding. And you can't have any pudding if you don't eat your meat. Did I just spit something out of my mouth? I get these little things for acid reflux. They're called acidil. Acidil? I don't know. There's little white things and they go under your tongue, but when you're trying to talk, they start flying everywhere. Anyway, we don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. Was it thought control? You can't have any meat if you don't eat your pudding, and you can't have your pudding if you don't eat your meat. That's kind of music that was around when I was in high school, which reminded me of another story. Now, so all my life, and when I was in high school included, my music was the older music. It's always been the 60s and the 70s music. that got me, you know, that I felt to my soul. The newer music that came out, or the hard rock or whatever, was not my jam, man. So when I was in 10th or 11th grade, I look over at this boy, and he says to me, "Do you like Molly Hatchet?" And I, with all the personality I could muster, said, "I've never heard of her." He said, "Her? It's a them." I said, "Never heard of them either. Why is her name Molly if she's not a her? Huh? Did you ever think about that? Why did they name the band Molly Hatchet? Did you ever think about that? Huh?" Anyway, yeah. But I had heard of Pink Floyd because my brothers listened to Pink Floyd. But not Molly Hatchet. They didn't listen. We didn't go down that hard rock trail like that. Like, I don't even know if I could tell you today if a Molly Hatchet song played on the radio. It's just not my jam, man. You know what I'm saying? But give me some Creedence Clearwater Revival. Give me some Doobie Brothers. So there's a lot going on in the back, as per usual. Okay, so we're ordering new chairs for the office, and I sent him the chair that a couple of us looked at and agreed on to try out, and he had it sent to my house. And Naomi was like, "Why did he send it to your house if it's for the office?" And I was like, "Well, because we don't want Amazon just to leave it at the door if nobody's there, because we don't go in every day. And, you know, it's a chair. It's kind of pricey." So usually he sends the heavy stuff to his house so he can bring it in, and then he sends all the rest of the office products to my house so I can just bring it in when I come, right? Because I do the ordering as well. As we go through videos, you're going to learn that I have a lot of job responsibilities. I do the ordering, I do the freight, I do the bookkeeping, I pay the bills, whatever. I clean the bathrooms. I just do whatever's told, you know, whatever's asked of me. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. But anyway, it's a 50-pound chair. So I walked it, flipped it, flipped it, flipped it, flipped it. You know, I rolled it to the door. And then when it quit raining, I rolled it out the door. And then I rolled it to my car. And I put the seat back, you know, seat down. And then I got it in a half walk, you know. And then I just picked up the other end and slid it in the car. And I was like, well, that was pretty easy. However, I don't want to get it out of the car and walk it in, because that's going to be more troublesome. So I'm going to ask Lisa for assistance with that, because there's no men here today. But I would like to leave it today so I don't have to come back tomorrow to have one of the guys unload it. Anyway, so normally the back of the seat's up, and my bucket is, there's a, it's not a bucket. It is a rolling file cart that I call a bucket, okay? I usually, there it goes. I usually have a bungee cord around it strapped to the back of the seat so it's not rolling around. Well, the seat's down, so it's just rolling around back there. It doesn't do any good to lock the wheels, because only 2 of the wheels lock, and it just spins, you know, and still rolls, which is not helpful. I mean, why don't you put 4 locks on it? I don't know, but the wheels are on the same side. The locks are on the same side, so it just does no good because it still rolls. Yeah, anyway, I'm almost to work. It's a very cold morning. It says 38 degrees, and I had frost on the window. But the high today is going to be 70, so I'm layered. Welcome to spring, right? Right. Well, somehow survived the day with very little sleep. But have you ever heard that if you smell toast burning, that it means you're having a stroke? Have you ever heard of that? Well, what does it mean when you smell chicken all day? Does it mean you need Chick-fil-A for dinner? Before I left the house, I could smell chicken. And it's like the cooking of the chicken. You know what I'm saying? Not like fried chicken. It's like chicken skin cooking. And then when I got to work, I could smell it. So what does that mean? If burning toast means a stroke, what does chicken skin cooking mean? Because that's what I have smelled all day. I don't smell it right now. Thankfully, it's gone. But seriously, I have smelled that all day long. I asked Lisa, I said, can you smell chicken? She said, does that mean you want chicken for lunch? No, I'm just legit asking if you smell chicken, because I smell chicken. And she was like, no. I said, okay. I don't know what that means. I haven't had chicken lately, so, well, that's a lie. We did have chicken for lunch, but we didn't have Chick-fil-A. We had Zaxby's. But, I ate one chicken strip and the slaw and the fries. But, that still doesn't account for the smell of chicken skin, cooking chicken skin. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't understand. What does it mean? I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video, because she's rambling on. This was full of music. I could have added more music to it. After I went back and listened, I missed a few opportunities to add a song, like the wheels, you know, the wheels on the bus go round and round, like that. Yeah. And there was another opportunity that I could have sang a song, and I missed it. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. We hope he's coming back soon, because people are crazy. And I'll talk to you on the next one, okay?